Hi there, this is Guy from the Coin Bureau, and in this video I want to take a look at Ambrosus. Before I get going though, I have to make a few things clear. Firstly, we've never taken any payment for our reviews or any type of mandate. We merely conduct our research and present our views for your educational purposes only. As such, this should not be interpreted as financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor. And one more thing, if you're new to this channel, then you should probably subscribe. It's a great way to keep up to date with all our daily videos. Anyways, let's get back to Ambrosus. Ambrosus is looking to streamline the food and pharmaceutical supply chains with blockchain technology and IoT devices. Essentially, they're developing a platform where you can track the flow of goods through the supply chain. This will be stored immutably on the blockchain so that anyone can verify the authenticity of the goods. It's also decentralized, so there's no single entity that will control the supply chain data. Indeed, blockchain-based supply chain management is not a new concept, and there are a number of other projects that have similar use cases, the most prominent example being VeChain. So, what makes Ambrosus unique? Well, let's take a closer look into their technology and see what that tells us. Ambrosus was built on top of the Ethereum blockchain, and there are three key components of the network. These are the measurements repository, the requirements smart contract, and the AMB token. Here's a quick overview of these. The measurements repository is the database management component that records and stores product-specific information. This allows for accurate tracking within the supply chain. Then, the requirements smart contract is where the quality control standards are defined for products that are recorded in the measurements repository. These smart contracts are created by platform users and are publicly available. These contracts determine if the products being monitored are meeting the customer's quality assurance requirements. And finally, the AMB token, or AMB, is the utility token powering the platform. There are several use cases for it, but perhaps the most critical is to make sure that product information remains up to date. Oh, now if any of this is unclear to you, then you can read our complete review below. Now, in order to track the product through the supply chain, they have to rely on IoT devices. These include the likes of sensors, tracers, and tags. These sensors are also crucial to submitting information about the product to the platform. Something that I did find quite interesting about Ambrosus is that they added a JavaScript interface which would allow developers to create their own API solutions in a language that they know, similar to the Lisk app blockchain, for example. You'll have heard me mention a token earlier, so let's take a closer look at that now. As mentioned, these tokens provide information about the product. However, they are also used for staking when you want to run a masternode on AMBnet. Ambrosus sold 40% of the AMB token supply in a crowd sale that took place in late 2017, so in the heat of the ICO craze. They managed to raise about $31 million, with each token being sold for about 30 cents. Sadly though, the prices are in pretty deep negative territory, quite unfortunate considering it traded as high as $1.7 in the 2017 bull run. Anyways, let prices be as they may. Let's take a closer look at the team, shall we? Ambrosus is based in Switzerland, a move taken by many given the favourable blockchain regulations in the country. The team has been expanding rapidly and has grown to 37 members with openings for another dozen positions. The founders appear to have pretty strong credentials that are well suited to blockchain-based supply chain platforms. Speaking of this team, they've been quite active in their development. Head on over to their GitHub and check out their recent code commits. So, what do the markets look like for the AMB token? The short answer is not too good. This is mainly because volume appears to be quite thin and the majority of it appears to be concentrated on one exchange, that's Binance. This means that you have low levels of liquidity, which could make it hard to execute your orders. You also have a risk of losing over 90% of this liquidity should trading ever cease on Binance. So, do trade with caution. In terms of wallet support, this is an ERC20 token, so it can really be stored in any wallet that supports Ethereum, of which there are a multitude. So, in conclusion then, I'm not entirely convinced by Ambrosus. I cannot see why someone would want to back this project over the likes of VeChain, for example. VeChain is a much more established project and they've already entered a number of partnerships. They're also much further in development and have recently released their mainnet. Yes, the Ambrosus team is still pushing code and working towards their roadmap, but there is a lot of catching up to do. Moreover, the markets don't look too good for the AMB token and more awareness is required if those trading volumes are to pick up anytime soon. So there you have it, my review of Ambrosus. But tell me, what do you think of the project? Are you more of a fan of VeChain? Hit me up in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like and subscribe. See you tomorrow, guys!